that's adjacent to the 210 freeway. Northbound Foothill from us. Oh, he just clipped that car. Oh gosh. Feel bad for some of the people that are in this guy's ways, because clearly he does not care about anyone but himself. He just hit that car as he was continuing on Foothill Boulevard. Again, he's just under us for a sec. We're going to move the shot. And as you can see, as we move the shot there, we can see that there are, in fact, cruisers directly behind him. And we also see that he just passed over the 210 freeway. So now he's on east of the 210 freeway. Again, a residential area. He has been on the residential area the entire time. This is a slight uphill drive for him, just past Gladstone, continuing on the surface streets here. I'm trying to get it for you. It's either going to be Sayre, possibly Sayre, perhaps Hubbard. I'll get you a better cross in just a sec. I think it's Sayre. It is in fact Sayre, continuing. Of course, not stopping for any stop signs, not stopping for any red lights. This kind of seems to be a slightly more congested residential area. It seems like there are a lot of cars parked along the street. Notice some pedestrians out and about on this hot Thursday afternoon. Again, not stopping at any of these stop signs. It is really so dangerous. So I really hope that if anyone lives in this area and is listening to our broadcast, just stay inside, because this guy is really just creating havoc on the streets here. Just off of the 210 freeway, off of Sayre, that's just east of the 210 freeway. He's not too far from Los Angeles Mission College, but he's actually getting away from that right now. He's starting to make his way a little bit to the north. So in this case, he is running north. So he is running parallel with the 210 freeway, as if he were going to head up towards the Newhall area. So it seemed like that street just came to an end there. So he was forced to take a southbound turn here on Astoria, I believe. Let me get a better shot of it for you here. He's, oh, there we go. He ran over a stop sign. Officers directly behind him. We have a male, white shirt, running. We do know there's a passenger, but we're going to go ahead and stick with that male, the driver, of course, since we don't know if the passenger really knew that this guy was going to be in a pursuit today. But obviously this guy did, because he was the driver. So he is hopping from home to home. He's going to come out right here on the side yard, passing through these vehicles here on the front of this home, continuing running, white shirt, black shorts, black baseball cap. Coming up to this home here, passing that blue truck. He's going to try to leap over this fence right now. There you go. Oh, look at that. He has quite the good balance, actually, as he continues to run away from police here. It looks like he may be running out of steam here. I see him starting to slow down here on the rear of this home. Hopefully these windows and doors are closed and he's not going to be able to get in. And sure enough, it looks like he may have tried to get into that home. The door was closed. He was not able to get in. Pulling up his pants. He forgot his belt today. The cops are definitely going to see him from here. The police airship is going to see that white shirt. That is nice and bright, so they are not going to miss sight of him here. Continuing, running past this pool. He's definitely slowing down. I know he's tired. He looks tired. He just took a tumble there, fell on that person's flower pot. He's going to try to climb yet over another fence. Again, this is a residential area off of Eldridge, kind of just north of the Los Angeles Mission College. He's going to use this silver dumpster here, to give himself some leverage here so he can climb over this trellis. He was able to hop over, but as you saw in the shot just a few seconds ago, there is a police helicopter right overhead, and he sees him with that bright-colored white shirt. It's going to be difficult for him to hide, in fact, in this area. There's a police helicopter as well. Once again, he's just on the other side of that home. He's going to come out in just a sec. We're going to either see him go into the driveway area, or we're going to see him climb into that other home. But he's definitely in that side yard. That is where we last saw him. That is where the airship sees him as well. And if you can look at the top of the shot, you see that there are, in fact, some police officers right in the backyard for that home. So they're going to start to make their way towards this suspect. And there he goes. He did come out to the front of the house. He's still there. He's straddling those two fences. He's now, again, walking the line on top of the fence here. He sees those officers. They're right next to him. There's no way he doesn't see him. And they, in fact, do see him as well. They may be looking at, there we go. He's on the roof now, on the roof. Decided his only way out was to take a climb onto the roof. He's now on top of this home. there's really nowhere for him to go at this point. The police airship is overhead. They're on the loudspeaker. They're telling this guy to give up, and that would really be the ideal situation. His hands are up, but I don't know that he's necessarily giving up. It actually looks like he's trying to have a friendly conversation with the officers here as he continues to try to get away, but he's kind of got nowhere to go at this point. He's on top of this single-family home here off of Eldridge Avenue. That's not quite the cross, but that is the major running through this area of Sylmar. We do have officers surrounding every side of this home, and we, of course, have the sheriff's, or not the sheriff's, but we have the LAPD helicopter overhead, rather, and, of course, we have News Chopper 4 overhead, and we're going to do our best, of course, to not lose him as well. He continues to gesture towards the officers. He's not quite giving up just yet. He did take off his baseball cap. We did see him raise his hands, but it wasn't really in a, hey, I'm giving up, take me into custody type of gesture. So it does look like he's in a friendly conversation with them. And, of course, he's conversing with them. It's unclear what he's telling them. We, of course, know that the police officers are in all likelihood telling him to just get down, give himself up. But, of course, he ran from the cops for a good little while. We saw him do a lot of crazy maneuvers on surface streets, running a lot of red lights. He did hit other vehicles in the course of that pursuit. He drove on the wrong side of the road, ran a number of stop signs, and of course we don't know what the original one was on the vehicle as well, or rather we don't know what was the original reason that the officers tried to pull this guy over. We do see that the officers are trying to convince him to come down peacefully, and time is really on their side because the suspect really has nowhere to go at this point. And the officers can always call in backup reinforcement, they can call in additional airships, and now there's a hose. So this is an interesting twist. He got a hold of a hose somehow. And he did drink from it. Perhaps maybe that was the agreement he came to with the LAPD. Maybe he said, hey, if you pass me a hose and I can take a quick drink, I'll give up. So we don't know exactly what's going on here, but he did take a sip of that water. I'm guessing he was quite thirsty after running away from the cops, not only on surface streets, but as well as on foot. And now he continues on the top of this roof. We see all of the officers here in the backyard. Oh, and now, okay, I'm going to pull this shot a little wider because just saw something that I think we may not want to show you. And so we're just going to keep a wide shot here. We'll continue to monitor it from afar here. Okay, we're not streaming. Great. Gonna keep a. Let me see. Hey Jack, since we're not streaming, do you want me to zoom in? Okay, 10-4. Okay, so we're going to stay about this wide. I was just in conversation with our assignment desk just to make sure that we weren't showing anything that we didn't want to show you. But we've kind of come to a conclusion that we feel comfortable showing you kind of a medium shot of what the suspect is in fact doing on the roof. There was a point when he did have a garden hose, and that did scare us up here for just a moment. It seems like he has given up on using that, so that is no longer a factor as far as we can tell. A little bit to our northwest from here, as well as